Hey there, Saggy. So I put on the 90s R&B because I want to switch it up. Usually I have my spiritual music on, and then it was like all this. It was all right, but it was just too slow. Just put me to sleep. So now I got like the good, pop R&B radio jams on. So Saggy, let's get started. I'm Madeline Marie. Let's go ahead and pull a card from you from the Lover's Oracle. This isn't the easiest deck to shuffle, so I kind of just do it like this. Okay, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. And go ahead and start with the traditional deck. I do want to warn you that some of the decks are a little graphic, so I've marked this video 18 and over. Let's get into Saggy's love life for August 2020. What is going on with Sagittarius August 2020 in their love life? How is Sagittarius doing? Four of Cups. So, all right, 10 of Swords. I did shuffle really well right now, but you guys are right next to Scorpio. I had been doing them out of order. So I read once that Sagittarius are sort of an embodiment of Libra and Scorpio combined, which is kind of flattering, right? It's like all the signs are wonderful, but it's like Libra is such a beautiful sign, and then Scorpio is such a sexual, mysterious sign, attractive as well. So I feel like Sagittarius being the embodiment of both is great, but you're also about, the spiritual realm. So it looks like you're sort of putting your battles down here. There's a woman in your past. She could be also a Sagittarius or an Aries or a Leo fire sign, and she's influencing you present time in your love life. It also could be a maternal figure or a woman of influence like that. If you're a female, it can also be a man in your past that was very strategic. He's probably a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. It looks like this person's influencing you, so let's see how. Balance. So in the coming days and weeks, you're really looking for your balance, or you're dealing with a Libra or someone younger than you. Possibly you could even be dealing with some sort of lawyer or something like that. For some of you, it could be, I'm getting this message that there could be like one of those marriages where you live together for so long that you're automatically married. Some sort of paperwork in regards to her, maybe even like a lease or a car note or something that she is involved with. So, but we have the Four of Pentacles as the outcome. So it's not like you're holding back here. You are holding back emotionally present time with the Four of Cups, but it's sort of like the end of suffering here. I know this card looks a little brutal, but everything is coming to completion. So you definitely are going to be moving into a state of balance in regards to this situation, and you're not going to feel like you have to hold back so much, right? This is Pentacles, but it's, also showing that you're going to move away from this reserved state that you're in right now. And let's go ahead and pull a clarifier from this deck about the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And for my Sagittarius, Page of Swords. Yeah, you're coming clean. You're not keeping anything to yourself. All cards are out on the table. Pentacles literally is, the material. And we're dealing with cards. I just thought, all right, I want to just pull. Maybe I'll pull a different deck. I think that one's telling me that it is done. So let's go ahead and pull another clarifier from this deck about this outcome. What is Saggy doing here when they put everything out on the table? It just seems so subtle. It's like very clear that you're going to be very open, but it doesn't really explain what you're open to. So what is Sagittarius going to be really finding their balance and opening up to in the next month or two? The Three of Pentacles. This is, the one below this one. You really want a foundation here. You're really working on establishing that, so you're going to be very forthright and forthcoming. You're not going to be playing any games or manipulating anything, but right now you are a little bit emotionally reserved or closed off from this. I do feel like there is a woman, though, that is influencing you. Could be a woman you're interested in that you just aren't presently showing that you're interested in, or a man. that you're interested in, and you're just kind of trying to figure out how to go forward. But you are going to, and there is a solid outcome here. So let's pull one more card to clarify this Three of Pentacles. And this one jumped out at me. It's the Two of Wands. So there could be some distance between the two of you, but you do want to make the decision to move closer to them. You know, in the traditional deck, this is the ships coming in. It can also be a long distance thing. So you could be having feelings for somebody at a distance from you, but you know, it's very passionate with Wands here. They're very connected, and you really want to have some sort of foundation with this person. So give me a little more clarity about the Five of Swords in reverse at the root of the reading. What is this sort of battle that Sagittarius is just, you know, it's like, it reminds me of, is this the hill you wish to die upon? It's like there's something that you're just not going to acknowledge because it's just easier, you know, path of least resistance sort of thing. You're just like, I want something stable, so I'm going to let something else go here. The Nine of Swords in reverse. So in reverse here, it can be a little bit, oh no, this is the Nine, I'm sorry. The Nine of Swords in the traditional deck is when you're up late at night worrying. So here, you're sort of putting those worries to rest. You know, you're enjoying the moment, and you're just not really going to get into, you know, maybe for you, Sagittarius, it could be like, well, like let's say, for example, right now with all the politics in the world and things like that, you know, Swords is all about the mind, thinking, talking. So maybe you're just not going to get into anything that's just too intellectual, that doesn't really matter kind of thing. You want something serious and passionate and solid, and you want balance. And so I feel like here too, you're just choosing like, okay, everything's been said that needs to be said, and so I'm going to vibrate higher and not worry about the little things, as I'm getting a sense of too. But you're sort of emotionally still processing that, so you're not quite ready yet at the present time, but you will be very soon. Tell me a little more about the Justice card here for Saggy, your August love reading in the coming days and weeks. What's going on with the Justice card? Got two cards. Oh, three. Okay. Temperance. So this is you, Sagittarius, is Temperance, and you're going to be being patient. You know, you're finding your balance. And the Moon, you know, you're emotionally balancing, because here you're not feeling quite open yet. And then with the Nine of Wands, you know, you could be feeling a little bit of a burden in the coming days and weeks as a result of this, because I feel like what you're wanting is to really build this solid foundation, and that's going to take time, and you know that. That's why you're being patient. But you also are going to be feeling a little bit like, gosh, you know, I'm ready to get to this, get to where I want to be, which is really starting this new thing. So I think with that being said, we'll get to my favorite part of the reading, which is where we find out how your person is feeling and what they're going to do about it, and how you're feeling, what you're going to do, and how that is all going to play out for you too. So I did just get the impulse to go to this deck. How is Sagittarius' person feeling about them as of August 2020, present time? How is Sagittarius' person of interest or significant other feeling about them? Present time, August 2020. I use this deck a lot for personal readings, so that's why it's... All right, the Fool. So your person is really feeling like there's real potential for a big new beginning here, and they are feeling like they're willing to make that leap of faith towards you, Saggy. It's not a bad way for them to feel. They do. They feel like, wow, there's a lot here I want to explore. And what is your person going to do about this, Saggy, in the coming days and weeks? What will Saggy's person be doing about how they feel? What actions will they take? The Seven of Wands in reverse. So sort of like we saw with the Swords card that we just saw, they are going to sort of not fight for it. So this could mean either, you know, they're waiting, maybe there is distance between you two, but also so they're kind of waiting for when you two can be together. But also it's like they're the same way that you're not going to get into the battle over over thoughts and ideas. They don't want to get into a battle of wills with you. So I do feel like they're sort of going to retreat as well, because they may feel like there's a lot to be explored here, and they're not going to let anything petty get in the way of that. So what is Sagittarius's person, what is going to be the result of how Sagittarius's person is feeling and what they're going to be, how they're going to be behaving? What is going to be the outcome of this? Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups is a big new beginning in love. So as a result of them sort of not engaging with you, but almost to avoid conflict, I'm feeling for some of you, then you two, it is there, the potential is there. When a card is there, even if it's in reverse, the energy exists. But in reverse, it means there has to be some tweaking to get it to come about as the big new beginning. The best card of love, besides maybe the Two of Cups in the deck, the Ace of Cups. So how is Sagittarius' person, how is Sagittarius feeling about their person present time, so we can get a little more insight into this situation? How is Sagittarius feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? The Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling very left out in the cold and on your own. You may be like having to work more than play, and so you just feel like you can't really, just like you're on your own right now. You can't really be as engaged as you'd like to be because you're out trying to just find the bare necessities, food and shelter. Now, for some of you, it may not be quite literally that you need food and shelter, but it could be just like you're out on a paper chase. You've got a lot of priorities, responsibilities, anything tangible that you have to adhere to. And so you're feeling a little bit disconnected because of that. Now, what is Sagittarius going to do about how they're feeling about their person in the coming days and weeks? What is Sagittarius going to do about how they're feeling in regards to their person of interest or significant other? Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to be steadily moving forward, stable and solid. And you really do, just like that Three of Pentacles, you want to invest in this. You are going to be investing in this. If you're not actually going to the person and investing in this, then you're going to be invested in this, like you really are looking forward to the future and building something here. And you're kind of almost committed to the idea, like you're maybe even setting something aside for this relationship when it arrives. And what is going to be the outcome of Sagittarius, feeling kind of left out in the cold, but preserving some of their strength for this relationship, and their person, really wanting to jump in here fast, but sort of holding back? And what is going to be the total outcome of this situation? The High Priestess. Well, that's interesting, Saggy. This is your, following your intuition. If there is any distance between you two at this time, you may have to actually communicate higher minded or sort of through intuition, because there may not be a lot of speaking going on with the swords in reverse and the Seven of Wands. I was going to wait till the extended, but I do want to pull one more clarifier for the High Priestess as the outcome. Sometimes too, and I say this pretty often, but the reading can change things around where, it gives you a new perspective. So the outcome here could also be me, the High Priestess, doing this reading for you. But that wouldn't be making it very far into the future. So let's see let's get a little more clarity on the High Priestess here as the outcome for Sagittarius. Five of Swords again, just like before you were putting that battle down. It's like there's some sort of conflict here, whether spoken or unspoken. So it's almost like you two are more communicating intuitively. It could be even if you live together and you're married, that you just, it's like you can read each other's minds, so you don't even have to talk. You got the routine down sort of thing. I really want to get into this Ace of Cups in reverse and how we can flip it around for you two if you're really into this person and want to see it move forward. So if you want to join me in the extended, we can get into more of the details. If you go to the link below, it says personal and extended readings, and you click on that and you scroll down below the personal readings, and you'll see all of the tarot extended readings, and just look for Sagittarius August tarot extended love reading, and you can go ahead and join us there. And if you order it, you'll get a link in your email where you can download it and join us. For the rest of you, I will go ahead and pull one more card from the Lover's Oracle to see you off with and give you some advice to leave you with for the rest of 2020. I've never seen this card. It's beautiful. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So if you're kind of waiting for the right time, then, you know, follow your heart. And this one says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So yeah, I really feel like you are kind of revving up, preparing for this, but you know it can't quite happen yet. I feel like there are some outside circumstances for a lot of you that are sort of slowing you down. There may be distance, you know, Saggy, you guys are traveling all the time, you know. So I do feel like there is that there. And if you are in a relationship, maybe you just need some time to yourself to be able to reinvest into this. So thank you so much. Please do subscribe to the channel if you want to check out the big 144 series. It's where I cover all the suns, moons, and risings. It's 1,728 basic personality combinations in astrology. I am doing Virgo Sun, Aries Moon next, so I'll be getting to Sagittarius Sun, Aries Moon very shortly. So if you are Sagittarius Sun, Aries Moon, then you know, go and look for your rising sign as well in there. And for the rest of you, if you don't know your moon sign or anything like that, then feel free to order a personal reading sometime. You can do a live chat call with me, or you can, you know, do a Q&A. It's a little bit more affordable where you just put your question in. And a lot of times, if I have time, I'll just go ahead and look at your whole chart anyways and give you sort of a quick, brief summary of it. So thank you very much, Saggy, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer.